Yeah. Hello, hello everyone, and happy TomoChain 1 year's mainnet. So I'm looking at the Tomo Master right now. We have 150 master node running live right now, and the system have been running live and stable for 1 year. For the last epoch, we have two slash node and 149 master node actually. And the number of staker is more than 2,000 right now. That actually quite significant number because it show how many people who actually care about TomoChain, right? And make it grow, make it stable and secure every single ounce. So it will be recorded, this live stream, and I'm going to answer some of the community questions today, and I'm going to write up a 1 year update for the community later. So if you miss the live stream, you can read the article in a few days. So the format is I'm going to explain a little bit about TomoChain and what we plan to do next year, and what is the vision, what is the makes TomoChain different from other protocol, and then I'm going to answer some of the questions from the community in the Twitter thread, and then maybe I will open up the AMA to answer some of the live questions later on. So actually, there are quite a number of people who are typing and are saying hello in the chat right now. When sharding is live, so this is interesting because many investors was kept like fascinated by sharding technology in 2018, right? But actually, a lot of time have passed, and the consensus right now is, sharding is one technology, right? And Ethereum it will be doing sharding in the next, I think, it's a few years. But sharding is not certain, and it's not like it's going to make blockchain like 100 times better. It's not. It's not the case. So TomoChain is not using sharding right now. We actually using a very cool technology called proof of stake voting consensus with power 150 masternode and more than 2,000 stickers right now. And the block time of TomoChain is 2 seconds, and we can run up to 2,000 transactions per second. And that is really good performance. So I'm going to introduce very quickly about TomoChain and what we have been, what we did right in the last couple of years. We started TomoChain in early 2017. We did the ICO, we did the fundraising in late 2017 and early 2018, and launched the mainnet in December 2018. And it had been 1 year since the mainnet was live. So our vision is to develop TomoChain public chain to a maturity that offers a distinctive feature and service that's useful for developer and project to build upon, right? And I think financial value needs a native internet protocol, and that's what we aim to fill and build a sustainable ecosystem of developer, project, users, token holder, and support each other. And what makes TomoChain different from other more popular protocol? We have POSV consensus, we have TomoZ zero friction protocol, we have TomoX decentralized exchange protocol, and we have the upcoming Tomo privacy protocol. So this is something new, right? Tomo privacy paper, white paper will be published in the next few days. So I hope you will read it in the next few days and see how much work has been put on TomoChain and make TomoChain special, unique, and performant. And furthermore, all of the protocol working out together in a very well-defined package. That is a TomoChain public chain. So I think the TomoChain core team. So we are here in like 30 people working from Hanoi, Vietnam. We also have office in Tokyo and one office in Singapore. We're going to continue to work on TomoChain protocol at both infrastructure layer, LLS, some key application for years to come. But at the same time, it is expected the amount of work on protocol layer will stabilize over time and become a part of the internet infrastructure. And I think furthermore, the community will become bigger, right? And there will be more party, more external project to contribute to the TomoChain network. So next, I'm going to answer some questions people post to the Twitter for me to answer. The first question is from Rocky. What conference were attended during the second half of the year? Any contact and promising project out there? So actually, I went to quite a bit of conference in the last 6 months. Now, actually, but that's I went to less. I travel less in the last 6 months comparing to last year because Sin Kin came in to take the position of Chief Business Development Officer at TomoChain. He take care of some of the business travel, and here some of the thing here's some place I went to in the last 6 months. Singapore Consensus. I went to San Francisco Blockchain Week. I went to New York Consensus, Block Show Asia, and some other conference in Vietnam as well. I also went to the AES exchange launch event in Mongolia. And in context, I think there is strong emphasis on decentralized finance in the last few months. And it will go on for the next 1 year, I think. Decentralized finance is the next step from digital gold. And hopefully we can transform the traditional finance system into an alternative system. And I think there are some of the work on Ethereum for that. And TomoChain is definitely putting a lot of efforts on decentralized finance. And we're looking forward to build some really good service in the DeFi space in the next few months, next year, 2020. The next question is why we have to choose TomoChain to create decentralized exchange. What are the advantages? So the first advantage is all of the decentralized exchange or relayer on top of TomoX share the same order book. So the liquidity will be shared across multiple parties all over the globe. That's a big thing because the liquidity is very important for exchange. And the way TomoX is designed enable many parties to share the same pool of liquidity. And I think TomoX and TomoChain relayer will play a very important part of the decentralized exchange landscape in the next few years. And try it out. We have the testnet running. You can spin up a relayer to see how it is. We create TomoX SDK, so you can use TomoX SDK to build the relayer very fast. But if you want like advanced thing, you need to build it, or you have to have a developer team to build it for you. So decentralized exchange won't have the sophistication like Binance exchange, right? But at the same time, the benefit of decentralized exchange is the user actually holding the key, not the exchange, right? So the security will be secure. The security will be very good for decentralized exchange. And obviously, like with centralized exchange, we have Binance, we have KuCoin, we have Coinbase. They are on great exchange. They're holding a lot of Bitcoin, holding a lot of Tomo, Ether, and that seems to be mature to me. But decentralized exchange is not mature. It still need a lot of work and a lot of effort to make it more user friendly. And I think TomoX and TomoX relayer are filling this gap. The next question is what is Tomo Bridge 2.0? So we We launched TomoBridge 1.0 in August. That is a bridge that allows you to move Tomo to Binance Chain to be TomoB, right? That is a process we did to list on Binance Dex, Binance Decentralized Exchange, and it was quite successful. We implemented the tech in like 2 weeks. So that just show how quality our engineering team is. TomoGrid will allow for more token and allow for Bitcoin and Ether to move from Bitcoin and Ethereum to TomoChain and become a part of TomoChain. And TomoGrid 2.0 will be launched at the same time with the mainnet launch of TomoX. The next question is, TomoChain was intended as a solution to the problem of Ethereum scalability, but not many developers migrated to TomoChain. So what are you planning to do about it? So here's the thing, right? TomoChain was started to solve the scalability problem with Ethereum, right? And we did that with POSV consensus, proof of stake voting consensus, and the masternode architecture that allow TomoChain to reach 2,000 transactions per second and 2-second block time. It is great technology innovation, and at the same time, right, I think TomoChain now is not necessarily just solving Ethereum problem, right? TomoChain and Tomo Network is now an ecosystem. We have our own developer, right? In the core team here, we have developer, but at the same time, we have multiple party working on TomoChain right now. For example, TomoSwap team, right? Very high quality team that already did some work with KyberSwap, and they build TomoSwap on TomoChain, right? We have the developer building games on TomoChain. We have TomoPool, right? The first decentralized staking pool in the world I know of. It's very important, right? So you have staking, but now you also have decentralized staking with TomoChain. So I think there's a different developer working on TomoChain, right? It's not as big and as many as Ethereum developer, but at the same time, I see it in this way, right? Ethereum developer, they want to work on Ethereum, right? We have TomoChain developer who want to work on TomoChain. We don't necessarily need to buy Ethereum developer to work on TomoChain, because if you do that, right, when you are running out money, they will move somewhere else. We don't need mercenary. We need people who actually like and want to stay with TomoChain ecosystem, and we have that people. So I think that's the important point to remember. We do have our community, our engineer and developer who want to work on TomoChain, and I think we do have a significant ecosystem, even though some of them you may not heard of, right? So we have the next question is, we have TomoZ, TomoX in 2019. So what's next in 2020? It will be very interesting. I already told you a part of the plan, right? Tomo privacy will be a big part of 2020. TomoX haven't been launched yet. So the plan is to move TomoX into production in 2020 and make it one of the best decentralized exchange system in 2020, right? There is one new product the engineering team and I have been discussing about. That could be very interesting. That could be kind of like one thing that move token and project over from other chain to TomoChain. The next question is, if I am a DApp developer, why should I choose TomoChain instead of Ethereum? This is easy, right? So unless you really like Ethereum, right? You got funded by Ethereum Foundation, or your investor invested on Ethereum, then you go with Ethereum. Otherwise, Ethereum have 17-second block time, while TomoChain have only 2-second block time. So TomoChain is just much faster. So if you are building game, right, and you are building the app that needs a fast interaction with the user, TomoChain is obvious choice. At the same time, the fee for TomoChain is very low compared to Ethereum. Furthermore, we have TomoZ and TomoX system. If you build on TomoChain and issue a token, you can use a TRC21 standard. Then your user can use token, send and receive the token without paying fee Tomo. That's very good, very convenient for your user. And obviously, we have the engineer, the core team. The core team will support the good DApp who want to work with us, right? If you like Ethereum core developer, then by all means go to work with Ethereum core developer. But if you want to support to get support from TomoChain core team and core developer, then you work with us. The next question is about many projects focused in DeFi. So how is your view about DeFi in blockchain space, and why DeFi need Tomo? I think DeFi is pretty important, right? I think if we want to build a new financial system, right? Basically that's DeFi, the new alternative financial system called DeFi. And why is that important? I think you should try it, right? If you have stable coin like USDC, USDT, you may try some of the lending service. You may try to do some decentralized exchange to exchange one token to another. I feel like there's a lot of people who can access to the traditional banking system, who can benefit from an alternative system like DeFi, decentralized finance. And in the future, it will be faster, it will be cheaper as well. And why Tomo, right? So I mean, like Ethereum, obviously is a front runner in the decentralized finance space. But I think TomoChain have very good chance to be the number second in the next few years. Or even we can have there can be area that TomoChain is dominating, right? I think no public chain I know of have something like TomoZ, have something like TomoX, have something like Tomo Privacy at the same packet. No chain have that kind of product. Yes. I think I'm going to the last question, and then maybe I will answer 2 or 3 questions from the audience. Like I said before, all the content here will be written up as an article and post in our Medium. So you can read it later on if you have time. The last question is, how are you planning to attract new business partners and raise awareness to the project? I think the second part of the question is what are the marketing plan to build awareness and bring adoption to Tomo in 2020? So here's the thing, right? I think TomoChain is a very important part of crypto landscape. Obviously, like TomoChain is still outside of top 100 crypto asset right now, but I think we will be like in the top 100 and or top 50 by the end of 2020 easily, right? Because the amount of work we are putting in, the amount of quality product we have, the amount of engineering we did, and also like Tomo X and Tomo Privacy will attract quite a lot of users in 2020. That's what I think. At the same time, I think the whole industry is still at the very early stage, and the number of active users for the whole industry is not that big. So there are two things, right? We hope that collectively, Bitcoin, Ethereum, TomoChain, we all do our jobs and create good product and attract more users and make the industry bigger. At the same time, TomoChain, obviously, we will try to work hard on our own product and make the use case attractive to the end user. And talking about marketing and business development, here's the thing, right? TomoChain, Tomo, right? Tomo token was actually one of the best performer since the ICO, right? So I think we are whole package. We are doing well in terms of business development and marketing too. But at the same time, we don't try to hide what we don't have. So in my view, marketing and business development should follow the fundamental and the product. And I think at some point, we will have a sustainable community and a sustainable ecosystem. And from that point, the whole the ecosystem will sustain itself and grow in the future. Obviously, going into details, there are a lot of things we can do. For like recently, we did the partnership with, for example, we listed on Binance and FTX that allow a lot of users to have the access to Tomo. That's a really good thing because when they heard about Tomo, right, they understand the value of technology of product and they want to buy some Tomo. They can go to Binance very easily, or they can go to FTX very easily to KuCoin and buy some Tomo. I think that's a good business development we did in 2019. And also, like, we going to do a workshop, developer workshop with Neo in Hanoi next week. The idea here is we try to teach developer how to build product on TomoChain, but also on Neo. And I think that's kind of collaboration we want to do more in 2020 to bring more developer to the ecosystem. Let they try TomoChain and build up on TomoChain. All right, so I'm going to answer some of the questions in the chat right now. What are the conditions to be able to run a node and get token reward? So I think TomoChain masternode need, if you want to run a TomoChain masternode, you need to deposit 50,000 Tomo into smart contract. Obviously, you have to start a node, right, and sync with the network, and then you deposit 50,000 Tomo. and then you apply for a masternode. And if you become one of the masternode, you get reward from the network. You get the reward from the network, not the TomoChain itself, right? It's not from me or some company, but you actually get the reward from the network. Very similar, like when you mine Bitcoin, you get reward from the network. It's not coming from me or one particular party. It is a decentralized network. And when you running a node, you actually have to secure the network. That is a really good thing, and you get the reward for that. This is a more general question. Why coin survive long term, right? Like Bitcoin or Ether. So I think the decentralized public chain have value, right? I think the digital scarcity have value. So you cannot buy a lot of Tomo. If you want to buy like 100 million Tomo, you cannot do that. There is a fixed amount of Tomo. Just like Bitcoin, Bitcoin have a fixed limit of 21 million Bitcoin. Tomo have a fixed limit of 100 million Tomo. And that's all it have. And I think when TomoChain, right, become value, powering a lot of decentralized financial product, when there's a lot of token running on TomoChain, a lot of people using TomoZ, TomoX, and the private transaction on TomoChain, then there will be a lot of Tomo being spent for powering that transaction. And I think that's create value for Tomo. And this is a new thing, right? So Bitcoin is a new thing. It was born in 2009. And before Bitcoin, the digital value can easily be duplicated. But I think on the innovation of Bitcoin is to solve the double spending problem. And I think the TomoChain follow and expand that innovation. So now you don't just have digital gold, you actually have a decentralized finance system on top of public chain like TomoChain. And I think that's great value. It have value. I don't know how exactly you can the price, how exactly you can give the value at a particular moment. There is a market price. But I think, for example, like TomoChain is not a company, right? I think TomoChain will stay and survive and actually prosper for a very long time in the future. Are you proud of the work you have delivered so far this year? Have you successfully followed your roadmap? So here's the thing, right? I'm not speaking for myself only. I'm speaking for the whole team here. We have 35 people, more than 20 as engineers, 25 as engineers. They are working very hard every day. And I'm working today. Today is a Saturday, so a lot of people working overtime as well. And I think we are building something very valuable. I think in 2019 we launched, we maintain the mainnet. We launched a multiple product like TomoScan, TomoMaster, Tomo Wallet, Tomo Web Wallet, Tomo Bridge, TomoZ. TomoX is on the testnet right now. We are working on Tomo privacy white paper right now. There is something more, right? There is something more. That's a plan for 2020. So yeah, I am, and we are very proud of what we have accomplished in 2019. And I expect the same amount of work put in TomoChain in 2020. So I think that's all I have today. That's the AMA for the 1 year anniversary of TomoChain mainnet launching. One of the things I plan to do next year is to launch the TomoChain Masternode Governance app, and there will be a conference for TomoChain Masternode, right? There will be a gathering for TomoChain Masternode, so that we can actually like power a decentralized community governed and guided by the masternode and staker community. Hopefully we can do that by the end of 2020. That would be very exciting to me. So that's it. I wish you all a very best happy holiday season. Have a good health and continue to support TomoChain. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so last question. Any plan to open office in Europe and in the US? We do have the community in Europe and in US. In fact, the traffic from US to TomoChain website and the number of users using Tomo wallet is have a very big proportion from United States. So I think the US market is very important for us. But do we actually need a physical office in the United States and in Europe? That's a debatable, right? Because at this point in time, we are global. We talk over the internet. We send money using Tomo, using Bitcoin. So, yeah. So I think we still paying a lot of attention to US and Europe. We're doing a lot of marketing over there. But at least right now, there is no plan for a physical office. Yes. Thank you, everyone.